Interesting. I got... All right, if you can see, if you can hear, please drop a comment. Let me know, 5x5. And also, if you don't mind, throw a like on the stream. About to get started on this late night stream. Changing it up a bit. Jacob, don't worry. Said you can see and hear. All right, great. We are crushing. Mudbird can hear fine. Love your channel. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, man. You know what? I've started streaming during the day for my daily show podcast, the live. It's a live news broadcast podcast day show. And so far, people really like it. I'm excited about it. Diaz, you finally got a PS5. Good for you. That's awesome. Hope you like it. But my day show does not do music reactions and gaming. So it's a little bit different setup. So I'm trying to make sure that I just jump around. And I have people reaching out, trying to get me to do different things. Torchwood Gal, hey, freedom to... FTF friends, so behind on the daily shows, 2 jobs, staying exhausted, hearing you 5x5 in my part of the world in Nashville. Thank you. No worries, but I bet you will like them if you check out the broadcasts. I will say the first one was me really just announcing that I was going to do the broadcast. It wasn't much of the meat and potatoes, if you will, but the second and third one were a lot better, like shockingly better. So I would advise you check them out. And I keep them to an hour, so it's not like having to watch 2 to 3 hour live streams. I can understand that getting really long and difficult to catch up on. Mudbird, I need to check out your educational channel. There's not much on that yet. It is a blank canvas. I just signed up with a new software, and I was trying to teach myself that software, and then that's going to be part of it, showing people how to use that. But I have several very mainstream softwares that are good for content creation that I'm working on and using and specializing in, and I'm going to start training people how to use all of that stuff. L Spider, I was able to make it for a live broadcast. Life goals. Hey, that's great. I'm glad you made it. That was super cool. Mimi, hey, how's it going? New member. It's going pretty good. Thanks for coming to the stream. Definitely thanks for popping in as a member. I edited you into the end screen earlier today. So I had an unbelievable amount of requests for 2 songs, so I was going to do those today. That is happening. So I am pretty excited about it. There's just a whole lot going on, man. There's a whole lot going on. My sister got married over the weekend. It was a surprise. I had the announcement to everyone in a breaking news clip with my daughters, which was really nice in the live broadcast today. That was really cool. And my mom come and visit from New York. Dagnar, shh, be very, very quiet. We are offending leftists. And yes, I have used this before. Hey, welcome back, Dagnar. As a channel member, Those gifted subs are pretty awesome, and I appreciate people hooking up the regulars once in a while. That's super cool. Mimi says, how was your anniversary? Oh, a wedding too. Anniversary was really good. It was really good. We went to Texas Roadhouse, had steaks and a bunch of other stuff, and then we went to the rodeo. Keegan's like, yeah, I want to see the rodeo. Pregnant, chilling in the bleachers for 3 hours. That's my lady. Leslie, hi there, y'all, from Southern Illinois. Welcome. Stephanie, hey, how's it going? Yes, thank you for the congratulations. I'm excited about the twins. And the brother-in-law is super cool. He is legitimate. Para, how's it going? Central Oklahoma. All right. MH Cafe. All right, it's starting to pop in. Starting to come to life here. I wanted to make sure we had some peeps up in here before I start going into this. So if you guys do not mind, please throw a like on the stream. The more likes that you give me, the more it pushes it to other people, and then they pop in because I wanted to get into the song, but I want to get a few extra people. Just the opportunity. It is late. It's 10:15 my time, Eastern time. So it is what it is. But I decided to start a little later. I was listening to the end of Armando's stream on his new website, which is pretty awesome. So you guys got to check that out, pewnationunchained.com. If you go over to his site, you can see all the links and stuff to that, but it's pretty cool. All right, so the other day I had a stream, which was the Oliver Anthony remix reaction stream. Now, the second I did that and put up my remix for High Res, I was totally inundated with people who wanted to see my reaction to Dak's remix of Rich Men North of Richmond. So we are going to check that out. I'm very excited. I like Dax. I liked everything that he's put out that I've seen, which isn't very much stuff, but still, I like the To Be a Man. I like the To Be a Man remix. I like the collab with Propaganda. I like the collab with Black and White. It's good stuff. So I'm here for it. And then the Rich Men North of Richmond, all of the collabs have been uniquely different, and I like all of these like Red Pill Machine people that are making their mark with the song. So it's been a cool thing, and I just want to see Dax's. I want to see Dax's version. Okay, great background song. Okay, let's look this up. Like I said, Dax getting in on this. Okay, this has been released 4 days ago. 1.6 million views for a remix. That's pretty impressive. Okay, that's really good, dude. We got to see it. We got to see the Red Pill Machine that comes with this song, because you can go hard or you can go easy. I just finished editing a different video that's a remix of this, and I'm going to drop it tomorrow in the morning, and then I'll probably work on editing this. Now, just so you guys know, you gotta subscribe to the channel. You gotta have the notification bell on. I got the daily show that's gonna be at 4 p.m. tomorrow. I'm doing 2 days in a row because of the holiday Monday. So I'm not cutting out work. I'm gonna add work. But I got a show already set up for you guys. And then I got a video dropping in the morning. I'll try to add more videos. But channel members, you get to see all the unedited stuff if you want to see the lives in the future. I don't have time to edit all of everything. It just doesn't happen. So you get bonus material. That's just how it's going to work. And you deserve it because you guys support the channel. They also gave limited ads. They like partially demonetized one of the episodes, the second episode of the live show, which was pretty messed up. I'm just like, really, dude? I didn't do anything. I didn't have music. I didn't have anything. They're like, oh, content guidelines, so we're limiting your ad exposure. I'm like, really, bro? Really? So, really appreciate the people who are channel members and channel donos, because they're trying to destroy our livelihood and make us talk about different stuff, and I just don't like it. I'm here for the reality here. All right, let's see what Dax has got to offer. Okay. United we stand, divided we fall. Okay, once again, we're outside. Hold up. It's muted. That was a problem. Joseph Porter, welcome. You got lucky. It was muted, so I'm starting over.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. For people like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true. But it is, oh it is, living in the new world with an whole soul. The rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Okay, I like the Canadian flag next to the American flag. So, you know, repping North America. I can dig it. Also, I love the ones, they kept it outside. They kept it kind of simple. It's in nature. You got the horses. Beautiful. So far, really nice. And then I like the melody that's played over the OG song. So it is behind the track a little bit, just so it's not a direct copycat. But he's not doing anything weird. Like, I know Rez got harassed for speeding up and then having the vocals sound like chipmunks. It was a little bit tough to hear. So I understand that. But yeah, like it so far.
Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
This world has changed and I had to accept it. They ask my political views while I search for their hidden agendas. I don't got an answer, I try to remember the devil divides. Pressure appears from our peers. Those arguments waste our time while helping to push their lies, so fuck political views.
Okay, that's a very strong stance, man. Especially today. I'm not going to lie, I push back on that like a lot. Like, I was a big Trump guy. I didn't like Bush. I didn't like Obama. I didn't like Romney, so I didn't vote for Romney. But I saw Trump as an outsider, non-politician, ex-New York Democrat, and I was like, oh yeah, this is the guy, definitely. And then the entire system that he's bitching about attacked Trump and made him out to be like this big evil thing. Well, he did nothing but pretty much good stuff for us. Even the things that were kind of bad were really because either he was being backstabbed or framed, legitimately framed. So I don't know. Like, I think we might high level disagree here. Like, we do need to unite. But there's like political views right now that are like the fringe lefty views that they're forcing people to have that are just awful. And then the moderate people are kind of being forced to choose conservative views. So I don't know, man. It's become a very polarized world, but it's like good versus evil, and the party lines, it's pretty much split right down there. So I don't know. He's like, the devil divides. It's like, yes, that's true. But the political views right now with how shitty everything has been, with the left being in charge of media and government and like the globalist agenda. I don't know. I don't know if you can just totally abandon that culture war. So I'm going to get hate from the Dax fans on that. But yeah, I disagree.
Those arguments waste our time while helping to push their lies, so fuck political views. I got common sense. I know God made man, and the sun sets on a life where we focus on things that we cannot control and accumulate so much regret. By the time we decide to live, we're practically already dead. So I go to sleep with the thoughts of 45 years living in debt, 45 years can't pay rent, 45 years just for a pension I'm too old to enjoy and go spend, 45 years working and slaving for rich men with no time for my family and friends. Then I wake up and pray that it ends.
Damn. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. And that's a reality that a lot of people have, that they're just like, dude, I spent so much time. I worked so hard. And you'll see people just walk in and say, hey, you know that pension that you just put 25 or 30 years in for? Well, we're not going to give it to you. Instead, we're going to give you 40% of 4% towards a 401k, which equals dick when it comes to your retirement. You're going to be a Walmart greeter, and you're going to die at your high schooler job that you're using to supplement what you no longer have in a comfortable retirement. So that's a reality. That really sucks. And I like that he's going at that angle when it comes to this song, because Oliver Anthony is at least trying not to be a political person. It's very difficult to stay politically neutral in today's climate, and I'm not, and I don't pretend to be. But, you know, making that attempt, he's following in line with Oliver Anthony, that it's like the rich guy versus the people that are kind of getting screwed. I like it.
Enslaving for rich men with no time for my family and friends. Then I wake up and pray that it ends.
Living in the new world with an whole soul.
I have that exact hat. Nice.
World with an whole soul. The rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Descendants of Adam and Eve, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. They're taking God out the schools. Our kids don't know what to believe. From 6 to 18, the curriculum fails, and Gen Z gets taught by their phones with forced feeds that get sponsored and paid by companies. That's how they attack us. It starts with the youth. If you lie enough, you'll convince anybody the lie's the truth. So telling these kids they can choose their own gender at ages they can't even tie their own shoes.
Boom. Very nice. Very nicely done. Yeah, it's a combination of the corporations and foreign enemies. So TikTok is a platform owned by the Communist Party. And people have said this on different podcasts and just different platforms, that it is very clear and obvious that China is weaponizing TikTok against our youth. You see that like the dumbest of the dumb things are pushed through the algorithm, and that's being force-fed into our young people. Whereas over in China, like you have the kids doing science experiments and different engineering feats, and then that is encouraged and promoted on the platform. So it's like they're trying to dumb us down while ramping them up. And you see that with the military too, across the world, and specifically China, where they're promoting family and strength and masculinity. And then for us, they're like pushing the whole toxic masculinity and gender confusion and just the whole alphabet soup thing onto young kids, because they're trying to weaken our men, confuse everybody. They're trying to, they had the PSYOP where the woman was like saying how horrible it is to be a traditional wife. And it was a white woman in China, and she had like all these Chinese products, and they're like, dude, this is literally a PSYOP operation from China to try and like paint traditional homemaker wives that raise great children as like just this horrible death sentence that no one wants. And they got it to generate millions and millions of views. So I'm just saying, yes, it's like corporate sponsors and institutions like these big corporations, but also it's literal enemies of the United States that are pushing this crap on our youth.
The lies, the truth. So telling these kids they can choose their own gender at ages they can't even tie their own shoes. Drive or drink is crazy. Common sense isn't common unless it pays me. That's the thought process daily. Look at the content. We're creating lies, diluting our brains. I'm done trying to argue online with these people who think that a vote's gonna bring about change. How many presidents does it take?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's Canadian, right? Is he still in Canada? Because you got Trudeau. Who's the other? Because it's either voting or it's violence. That's kind of your two options. So if he's advocating for violence, I don't advocate for violence. But as I said, we got one guy who literally was framed over and over again and now has like RICO charges and a mugshot. And he didn't do any of the stuff they're saying he did. And then the other option is Joe Biden, who's been on vacation 40 days of the year and done literally everything we've accused, and there's no charges whatsoever. Protected by the system completely. So I would say the vote, if it can be made to count, would absolutely bring about change. So massive disagreement with Dax here. And we're allowed to disagree. That's like kind of the whole point of these things.
Process daily, look at the content. We're creating lies, diluting our brains. I'm done trying to argue online with these people who think that a vote's gonna bring about change. How many presidents does it take to have a life worth living? An actual comfortable wage. No more school shootings. Let's unite these states.
It's a damn shame.
So, yeah, we're into the livable wage thing, which, like, you just pick a number. It doesn't matter. The more they spend to create inflation, the more our dollar is destroyed, the more you need to live with the wage. So you can't outwork or outraise the needed income to combat the runaway hyperinflation. You got to get that under control, or else we're just totally screwed. So when he's talking about the livable wage and stopping school shootings, like the school shootings are happening because of, I've seen in the chat, Mockingbird Media, they are glorifying the shooters. They are glorifying the evil people doing these things. And they're taking like the dregs of society who, for whatever reason, like all of them seem to be far left, just about. And I'm not saying far left people, the anti-gunners seem to be the ones who keep doing this. And yeah, the manifesto, it's kind of funny that they hide the manifesto from the Tennessee shooter. But then these other people, they try to get it out as soon as physically possible. Anyway, the whole point is Joe Biden helped create legislation to get to make schools gun-free zones, I believe. I'm gonna fact check that in the edit. But I'm pretty sure he helped with that legislation, or at least voted with that legislation. And then the second they made those soft targets, the numbers went through the roof. Because before, people used to just like have their hunting rifles and shotguns in the beds of their trucks for after school and before school hunting. Like, it was a totally standard thing, and they had shooting teams at school, like teachers, staff, students. They just all had guns in America at school. Not a problem. But yeah, they made them soft targets, and they glorified the psychopaths that commit these atrocities, and what gets rewarded gets done. So they are incentivizing this madness, and it is happening because of the incentives. So once again, I don't agree with Dax. I love the melody. I love his voice. I love how he talks. He's talking about common sense, and it's cool, but I disagree about the voting not working, and then the kind of socialist and anti-gun aspect of these views. Probably going to be some pissed off people when they see this, but I keep it real, man. It's what it is.
Presidents does it take to have a life worth living? An actual comfortable wage. No more school shootings. Let's unite these states.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. For people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true. But it is, oh it is, living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
I thought it was beautiful. Like, I really thought it was nice. I thought he took the best sounds from the original. He added his own kind of melody and beats to it. I like the rap. Like I said, there's points that I disagree. There is not one person out there, nobody, that I agree with 100% on everything. And I would never expect you all to agree with me on everything. But that's just it. There's nobody. I don't agree with Armando on everything. I don't agree with my wife on anything. I don't agree with Trump on everything. Definitely. But yeah, so there's a few points there that we fundamentally disagree with, but I really liked what he did with it. It sounded good. It just seemed like it flowed well. It wasn't like a forced thing. You've seen some of those where you're just like, oh man, you really kind of like jackhammered your 2 cents in there, but you botched it. So, and then the visuals were nice. I like the horses. I like the outdoor stuff. So Dax did a good job. Dax did a good job. Matt R. says, you have a lot of members. Everything's relative, so I don't really know what a lot of members are, but I will say what gets rewarded gets done. I reward the members. I have like 60, maybe more than 60 videos that are in the members only category, like hundreds of hours of content that they get unlimited access to beyond what any normal, free person who's a subscriber gets. And then I have them edited into the end screens of my videos, and I update that like every couple weeks. It takes a long time to do that because my dad told me when I was younger, take care of people who take care of you. So my token of appreciation to the people who support the channel is a crap ton of bonus material and recognition in the end screens. Also, I'm a gamer nerd, so I have it tiered and colorized based on what your tier is. So it's like gray for like the base level, uncommon. Then it goes up to like what would you call that? It's like uncommon, then or common. Sorry, my bad. It'd be like common, then uncommon, then rare, then epic, and then legendary. So like that's kind of the thing, and I have them in different colors and sizes. So it's kind of, I do a whole thing for it. That's why there's so many members, I think. Or they just like the edits and my cute children that pop in once in a while. Could be that. Blurple Dragon members only makes me feel special. Yeah. See, there you go. But I had to make sure that there was enough content for everyone before I made any members only content. And there's like 400 videos or close to 400 videos for everyone who comes to the channel. And then there's the additional, giant members only playlist. So you got to make sure that you have enough content to justify like members only content. That's my philosophy with this. But yeah, I see in the chat, it's heavy on the members, and I appreciate that, guys. Blurple says you're very fair, Jeff. Hey, thank you. I try to be, but fair is subjective. That's why everyone, you can be fair or you can be equal, but equal isn't fair because, everyone has different needs. But fair is subjective, so you could be completely fair, and then people are like, hey, this isn't equal, so it's not fair to me. And you're like, well, damn it. So ideally you want to be fair, but it's subjective, so you're going to piss people off. So a lot of people end up doing equal instead of fair because it's the best they could do, even though it's not the most efficient or makes everyone the happiest. But it is legitimately fair to be equal. My dad was a sports coach, so it drove me nuts to see how he treated the different kids differently. But he's like, that's the best way to make a good team, is to see people at their individual needs and then treat them accordingly. If you were equal with everyone, it wouldn't work because people respond differently to different things. Doesn't really apply to channel members that much, but that's just something that I saw. Oh, I got the super chat from Drawn TJ. I love your channel and content. Have you played Starfield yet? No. I think it costs money, and I'm mostly playing games that are free to play right now. So, haven't played that. L Spider, I'm just here for Armando. Hey, I get it. I totally get it. I'm with you. I said that in the live earlier, that I do a lot of work here, but that doesn't mean I'm always the star of the show. Like, I'll make the show, I'll do the editing, I'll do the posting, I'll do the promotion, and then Armando will come in and steal the show. Keegan will come in and steal the show. My kids will come in and steal the show. And then I'm just like an NPC background character on my own show. It's brutal, but that's life, man. I said I don't have a pretty face or a great set of knockers, so people aren't here to watch me. And I got to just be okay with that. I got to take it and move on positively. See from Christy, Jeff, I see nothing but good things for your channel. I really appreciate that. That's really cool. Blurple, it's one of the things that help ruin the country. Participation ribbons in school. Damn straight. Yes. I had a whole wall of championship trophies from playing, football, baseball, basketball, soccer. I wrestled for years and years and years, and I threw away all the participation trophies. I only kept the first place trophies because it doesn't count. It's pointless. But anyway, yeah, I started to see them go into that participation trophy madness, and I was like, this is just awful. But that was just after I got done with sports that they really started to get into that, and I was vehemently opposed because I had no natural athletic ability. I just practiced my ass off at everything, and then I got to be okay. So I ended up, getting my physicality later in life, and then I was like, okay, well, I wish I had this when I was 12, but that is the way the cookie crumbles. And I'm grateful because I kind of learned the art of being coachable and learning and practice to improve beyond what your capacity really was, using technique and just continuous improvement to accelerate to a level that was acceptable or exceptional. Allie Bandy says, I'm here for Edit Jeff. Edit Jeff appreciates that. Dagnar, about 15K. You could have a great set of knockers, Jeff. Yeah. That's true. Something like that. El Spider Mixmaster. Glenn, Rock Foundation. Don't get the glory, but keep everything together, brother. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, I want to do that. Like I said, it is definitely annoying that I started this daily show and I'm already getting hit for content and getting my ads limited. But people are showing out and signing up to be members and then coming in and dropping donations in the chat during the stream while I'm going over all the news. So I'm really happy about it because I got through so much more news stuff that I want to share with you than I was able to do just in these reaction streams. Because sometimes we really deviate from the music to go down the rabbit hole. And I enjoy it, and I know a lot of you enjoy it. But I would like for the reaction streams to be a little bit more, slightly more surface level, and then I can get a lot more to you in the podcast and the daily show and kind of fill that void for myself. because the other part of it is I want to share these great artists and their message with you guys, and I'm getting backloaded. Like, I have so many. So making these like spaced out individual videos takes a really long time. And if I can just marathon for an hour and go through all the news with you guys, then I can get that out of my system. And then these very enjoyable streams here can be more the focus of highlighting someone else's talent and knowledge. So that's kind of the mix that I'm trying to get to. Also, I want to help Armando launch with his videos and his streams and his website. So there's a whole lot of mix. And I'm going to be getting Keegan in here more. I know she really enjoyed it. She likes the feedback that I'm giving her, at least. So you guys are really crushing that. I'm just looking through here real quick. Okay. Says those who can laugh at themselves never cease to be amused, right? Yes, that is true. Christy says it's okay, Jeff. I'm usually second banana myself. At least you have a gorilla suit. That's a good one. Yeah, I had a plan to one day like be wearing the gorilla suit and then have Keegan just like throw a banana in here from the side and I just like catch it, take a bite, and then move on. Total natural, like just like it wasn't even a big deal. So I hope I can get that in there. Joseph says, hey, Jeff, you need a flag in the corner. Yeah, I do. But I have one up there. So I do have a flag in here. It's just kind of a small space. So I only have so much real estate up in here. Angel says you keep missing my comments. LOL. Angel. I see a bunch of hearts. I guess I am missing you. Hey, Jeff, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. Definitely. Patches says Keegan is a cutie. You bet. 100%. 10 out of 10. Dagnar, every day's different levels. Today's a good day. Glad it's a good day for you, Dagnar. For reals. Absolutely. Stephanie says definitely more Keegan. Okay. Hey, the people have spoken. So I'll try to get her more. But yeah, the Daily Show, I didn't even know this, but YouTube has a podcast section now. So I signed up the Daily Show to be a podcast, and I have that playlist as its own podcast. So if you guys would share that show, share the podcast, however that works, I would appreciate that, because I want to build that up as like a big Daily Show thing, and then have my, kind of based red-pilled reaction takes to the music, have the chilling gaming stream type stuff going on, and then, I'll just keep it going. And I'm going to make that, I have the educational channel I'm going to start making content for, so I'll have that as well. It's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot. Not going to lie. It's going to be crazy. Dagnar says cooking with Keegan. That's funny. Well, we did actually make spaghetti with the tomatoes and peppers from the garden. That did happen. Anyways, Angel says, can I make a music request, please, Jeff? You can make one as long as it's the new Samson song, because that's what we're about to do next. I have had people attack me. Basically, how the left talks about words or violence. People have attacked me asking for the new Samson song. They're like, Samson is back, and we got to do this. We have to take care of this. Is it just me, or did the electronic whine that usually comes with my microphone completely go away? It's like the audio just fixed itself out of nowhere. I don't know. It's weird, but I like it. So we got to check this out. Dean Peterson says Samson is awesome. Yeah, people like Samson. I like Samson. Some of his songs aren't the best to listen to on repeat, because it's more just like him writing out a Like, he's just pissed off and he's done. He's over it. And you're like, yeah, like you just said it for all of us, brother. You know what I mean? But you're not always like, I'm in the mood to hear this song 5 times in a row. You know, it's just a little different. Also, from what I understand, a lot of his early stuff was just like recorded on his cell phone. So the audio mixes weren't quite there compared to other people's music. So it's pretty tough sometimes. Dagnar says, I hear ringing, but I'm betting it's my tinnitus. That is funny. So, you know, rock and roll and gunfire. I got a little bit of it too. It happens. Angel, it depends on the time. So we'll see. We'll see. But I won't take somebody else's before you. I promise that, if that works out. But Glenn says, one boy, one girl, you're making a tribe, Jeff. Yeah, because I have 3 already. So we have the oldest daughter, the middle daughter, the youngest son, and then now the 2 twins. You know, the twins are on the way, and they are a boy and a girl. Very lovely. So yeah, total tribe. We're going to be the, that one of those memes where like the lefty with the purple hair is like screaming about population control. And then like you get married and have a baby and they're like, you just can't, you can't have more. You can't have 2 babies. There's not. And then you have more and then you have more and they just get more and more angry and you're just more and more happy. And they're just so livid about the happiness of your obnoxious giant family, and that's going to be me. Yeah. Also, you guys don't even know how much I love babies, but you will find out because I'm probably going to at least, I'll bring them in here for the live stream. I don't care. I'll be like, okay, guys, next thing on the agenda is whatever. I'm just kidding. I don't whisper with babies around. You got to noise train them, and they deserve to hear the truth about what's going on in the news. So we'll keep it 100, maybe like 80% volume. I'll try to like normalize the level so there's no like shockingly loud stuff. But, oh yeah, I'll definitely bring them in here. It's toasty. It's warm. It's nice. They'll like it. All right, so first things first, we are going to buy the song. Gotta support our guy Samson here. It is Samson Price Hike. Like I said, everyone has been tripping since this came out. Samson went on a hiatus. I mean, he kind of pulled like a Biden and went on vacation for like 4 months. So everyone's been wondering, did he die? Did they finally take him out after that Nancy song? Which I thought was a legitimate concern. They could have taken him down. He dropped a lot of truth bombs in there. And if you haven't seen that and you could stomach it, that was a funny-ass video. The video I did on Samson Nancy, you should check that out. Seriously. Don't be drinking at the same time. Like, you know, spraying water everywhere. But it was funny. Okay. Price hike. Let's go. It's from 1 day ago, 69,000 views. Okay. Samson is an interesting fellow because he gets a lot of views on reaction videos compared to how many views he gets on his own video. Did you guys notice that? Because there's a lot of people that just don't have reaction content do well. Like, their fan base doesn't give a shit what other people think of their music. So they have a big fan base. They have millions of followers, millions of views. And then someone does a reaction to it and they just don't care. Like, no one cares. But Samson's people go hard. They want to know. They want to know what everyone thinks about it. So I feel like by comparison, he gets a really ton of traffic to reaction channels. So love you, Samson. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. All right. We're going into the price hike. Let's see it. And trust me, I am between jobs getting shellacked by this Bidenomic economy. It's whooping my ass. So I'm about to feel this with you guys. All right. We're growing the economy from the middle out and the bottom up, lowering costs for the hardworking families and making smart investments in America. That's Bidenomics. Joe Biden, except he probably took like 4 times as long to read that. All right.
I made a little money off of rap, but not enough to make me rich, yet I'm still backpacking. I made a little money off of rap, but not enough to make me rich, I'm in the same tax bracket. I made a little money off of rap, but not enough to make me rich, I mean it too. I just say that to say that I'm still down here in the real world, feeling everything with you. And I'm fucking pissed, I got a big bone to pick with all these motherfucking activists. All these rappers and actors and notable figures that act like they know how bad this shit is.
Yep. Oh, snap. Let's go. Let's go, dude. I love how he's like, I made a little money off this rap thing. Dude, I know what you're talking about. Like, there are people that think that I make like buku bucks off of this. Like, you're like, you got a lot of members. Like, yes, I do. I do have a lot of members. And I do a lot of work. And I get a lot of views comparative to like 12-year-olds that are just starting out. But like, I'm not making it, man. Like, I'm not doing well. You get what I'm saying? Like, we are eating ramen out here. So this is relatable. He's like, yeah, I made a little money. He's like, but I'm still kind of broke. And all you got the activist people that are like, oh yeah, no, everything's fine and whatever. It's like, bro, yeah, when you've got like upper middle class professional families to lean on for everything. You've never been hungry in your damn life, and you're saying everything's fine? Okay. Sorry, we got to go back on track, but I hear it.
All these rappers and actors and notable figures that act like they know how bad this shit is. I love being lectured and ridiculed about the fact that I don't have an electric vehicle. Tweeting about climate change from your private plane while I pay an arm and leg to get some fuel. Thank God my car doesn't take premium. I'd have to get a second job just to break even. Then they cranked it up $3 and brought it down $2. And I'm supposed to be happy and act like I'm proud of you. And
yes, bro. Yes. Oh, man. He's like, so for when you're getting berated for not having an electric vehicle, which, by the way, like, what are we even talking about here with electric vehicles? So you got a coal-powered electric vehicle because of, like electricity comes from somewhere. So a lot of times coal and natural gas. So you got a gas or a coal-burning power plant sending electricity to power your car, which the batteries are like cobalt mined from children around the world, which turns like a mountain into a molehill, destroys the earth. And then also those are like toxic to get rid of. Just like solar panels are toxic after 25 years when you got to get rid of them. Just like the petroleum-based wind turbines they don't decompose. So when they get decommissioned, you have to like burn thousands of gallons of diesel using giant heavy machinery to bury them in the desert because they won't ever decompose. Right. So you see like how dirty the green agenda is. And then we're getting lectured for not playing ball. And it's like $40,000 for a crappy car now. And what he was saying, he's like, they jacked the price of gas up $3, dropped it down $2, and then they're like, hey, be happy. It's like, no, it's still expensive, bro. Like, we're not doing better now than we were. It sucks here. Okay. Thank you, Samson. Keep it going.
Break even, then they cranked it up $3 and brought it down $2. And I'm supposed to be happy and act like I'm proud of you. And to add to injury, I got Kamala telling me I need to go electric and I have to act quick. And all it's gonna cost me is $50,000. Well, guess what? I don't have that, bitch. And even
This is not. I don't have it. I don't have it, bitch. Yeah, that was funny. That was really funny. Dude, I'm telling you, ever since Sniff and Blow got in there, it's been terrible. Like everything, nonstop. Just, I don't know. We need change. We need change. And Samson is leading the charge in at least exposing kind of the mental craziness that they got going on, the lack of logic, and the fact that the middle class and below is being left behind in this. They are creating the useless feeder class, and then, the next step of the agenda is figuring out how to reduce that population. Oh, no.
And all it's gonna cost me is $50,000. Well, guess what? I don't have that, bitch. And even if I did, I would buy a big truck just to rub it in your face because I don't give a fuck. I would put a big smokestack on the top of it and blow black smoke every time I open throttle it. And it's not because I hate the climate, it's because I don't trust you or the things you wish me to do. I would cut the floor out of the bottom of my car and start running like the Flintstones before I listen to you. I hate when people tell me they would rather not talk about it because they don't like to get political. I cannot afford supply shortages and high mortgages. It's not politics. All this shit is literal. That's
Okay, dude, guys, I just did the reaction to Dax, Rich Men North of Richmond remix, when he was like, forget political views, we got to unite, and we don't, they're just trying to divide us. It's like, right now it's like one side's right, one side's wrong, and we got like, here's the alphabetical order, here's the chronological order, here's the stack of facts. And politics really matter right now, like more than ever. And these discussions matter more than ever. So when you got people like that who are saying these arguments are a waste of time and we don't need to get into that, we just need to kumbaya and come together. It's like, well, yeah, we need to come together and say this kind of politics is right and these politics are destroying the world. So I respectfully disagree with those people that want to not be political. It's like you have to be, or else. Like, you not being political and a giant percentage of the people not being political is why we're here right now. Because the squeaky wheel gets the oil, and the psychopaths and the communists have been the squeaky wheel, and they got special privilege and promotions and filled positions of power and got all their way for an extended period of time, and now look at the fuckery that we have to deal with. That's what I'm saying. So thank you, Samson. We're going to play this over again because I feel like I'm going to post those in order because I'm going to have people turn on me in the Dax one because I was like, no, I'm not feeling that. And then Samson exactly nailed it on the head talking about this. So, boom.
Before I listen to you. I hate when people tell me they would rather not talk about it because they don't like to get political. I cannot afford supply shortages and high mortgages. It's not politics. All this shit is literal. That's money draining out of your bank account to make it work. To the point that it breaks you down and makes you hurt. Paying insane amounts, taking out of your savings. They promised that they were going to save you. How? They made it worse.
Okay. Like, my mortgage keeps going up every year. And the value of my house is going up because inflation. So my house is worth more, but they're charging me more in taxes and more in my mortgage. But I have a fixed rate mortgage. So I have a ton of equity in my house, but if I sell my house, I can't get the same interest rate. And I, being a broke ass person, don't have enough money to just buy a house with cash. So I have to borrow money. And the cost to borrow money for lower middle and even upper middle class people is so astronomically high, it's killing us. And you need to borrow money to get big things, to get cars, to get houses, to start businesses, you need to borrow money. So rich people don't need to borrow money because Hunter Biden can just paint a picture and get $500,000. You get what I'm saying? Because he doesn't trade with with work and sweat equity. He trades with his daddy's favors, and that's how he gets money. And the cops don't give a shit. Obviously, he hasn't been impeached. He hasn't been thrown in jail. Trump's got a mugshot, and then Biden's got 400 days on vacation. So I'm just telling you, we are out here getting destroyed by what's going on. Because why are the interest rates high? Because they need to soak up inflation. Why is there inflation? Because billions, hundreds of billions of dollars went to the pandemic restrictions that didn't work, and the World War III proxy war we got going on. And so that's causing hyperinflation, and the interest rates are going up to soak up that inflation, but it's not going to work as they keep just spending the money that's getting soaked up. So they're just screwing us over and over and over again. And then they're saying it's the Inflation Reduction Act and they're helping us and it's Bidenomics and whatever. It's like, no, bitch, you're killing me here. And like, here's all the receipts. Like, it's a freaking chronological order of events. It's cause and effect here and here and here and here. You do this, this happens. You do this, this happens. And I'm like, I am not a crazy person. You are causing this and we are all suffering. And then you're saying, we fixed it. We made it better. We're the heroes. Vote for me again in 2024. I'm going to go take a nap on the beach and walk off the stage during the Medal of Honor ceremony. Like, oh man, I'm riled up, man. I'm so riled up because I'm not in the best place financially, obviously. And Samson is venting it for everybody.
Paying insane amounts, taking out of your savings. They promised that they were gonna save you. How? They made it worse. We should be a flourishing nation, not a country with soaring inflation. There's nothing more infuriating than the fact that nobody takes blame for this poor demonstration. Like, what? It just happened like that? Nothing to do with your administration. You blamed it on Putin and called it his price hike, but shit was going up way before the invasion. Now, how does that work? Really, I'm baffled. Sick of being treated like a stupid blind asshole. Next thing I know, I'm gonna turn on CNN and they'll be trying to tell everybody that Putin time traveled.
It is just about there. They're like, he's like, I hate being treated like a stupid blind asshole. That was good. That was good. I mean, that's kind of what I was saying. It's like, you're the crazy one. You're the stupid one. You're not the expert, so you don't know. It's like, poor you. You're not educated enough in this area to understand the nuance. It goes over your head because you're just too stupid to like say 2 + 2 = 4. And you just got to be as smart as us to understand why it's 2 + 2 = 5. Right? That's where it's at. That's what we're dealing with. So I love Samson. I love how real he gets. I love how pissed off he is because you just should be, dude. They're like, it's Putin's price hike. It's like, okay, what focus group told you to say that? Because it went up substantially before the invasion because of what you did. The things you did caused it to happen, and then there was an invasion. Also, I don't know if you saw, but I think it was Russia and the United Arab Emirates are like cutting the excess fuel that they were sending to us, so it's about to bump up a whole lot more fuel. So if you need to get fuel, like probably get it soon. If you get gas ahead of time, it beats inflation. It's kind of like how I buy bricks of Bustelo espresso. I check it all the time for price, and then I buy extra when it goes down. You want to buy on the dip, you know what I'm saying? For gasoline and espresso. And then, once you start to figure that out, you can get into stocks. Anyway.
Next thing I know, I'm gonna turn on CNN and they'll be trying to tell everybody that Putin time traveled. Wouldn't put it past them. Crooked little rats, so easily and spineless, always looking for a snack, searching for the next reputation to tear apart and trash. When the views that you have and theirs aren't exact, they feed you bullshit and expect you to eat it. Then they read you bullshit and expect you to believe it. Like everything that you've witnessed isn't for certain or real, and you're just supposed to forget all your personal experiences. Like all the money that you spent, you still have the shit. You didn't really spend any of it, you just imagined it. All the cash that you wasted on behalf of this inflation didn't happen. It's just a figment of your imagination, and it's
dude, I said it. I literally resigned from my previous job, because I told them I'm spending so much money on gasoline and groceries that I'm starting to have to go into my savings account, and I'm not. And business was down, so it's like business is bad and slowing down. We're making less money. And then the price of gasoline and the price of groceries are so high that we hit a tipping point where I'm spending more than I'm earning every month, and it's not looking to improve. So I told them, I was like, I got to leave. And they said, what can we do to keep you? You've been here for 8 years. You're really good. And I'm like, well, you could pay me. they're like, well, let's go into these meetings. This person's leaving, blah, 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 and we'll figure it out. Strung along for 4 months, and then, oh, you hit your ceiling here. We can't pay you anymore. And I'm like, could have just said that. Could have just said that when I asked. You asked me how to keep me, and I told you, and you just lied to me saying that we would make it work, right? So that was frustrating as hell. But that's the point, is that there's a lot of people in that situation where you started to lose grip of that income to debt ratio and the income to spending ratio, because the shit got so expensive so fast that it turned your bills upside down. And you're just like, what the hell happened? Why are eggs this much? Why is milk this much? Why is chicken this much? Why do drumsticks cost what chicken breast used to cost? Why do chicken wings cost what steak used to cost? Like, this is bullshit. So he's on it, man. He's like, we will not be gaslit, and the people who are broke at the bottom, we know. Like, you can't gaslight us, okay? You just can't. And I'm looking at Samson. He looks like he's a little leaner. He probably ran out of money from the last damn drop that he had, and he started leaning out a little bit. He's feeling it. Everyone here is feeling it. That's what I'm saying. Mr. Kraft says, Jeff, you should have gave them a deadline. Geez, 4 months. That sucks. It does suck, but I was just going really, really heavy on the channel alongside it. So I was like, whatever. I can string along both things. It was whatever. But yes, it was absolutely frustrating. Semi-devastating. And then now we have like this massive hiring freeze that's going around everywhere. So people are silently reducing the number of employees that they have, not hiring new employees, not giving raises, and it's starting to hit. And the bubble's about to break on the whole real estate thing, because they're starting to give like 1% down mortgages and like interest only mortgages. When that shit starts to happen, we're about to hit the era of foreclosed homes, and it's just going to be bad. Like, it's going to be really bad. And that's coming really soon. I'm telling you.
Experiences, like all the money that you spent, you still have the shit. You didn't really spend any of it. You just imagined it. All the cash that you wasted on behalf of this inflation didn't happen. It's just a figment of your imagination, and it's all gone.
Okay. Okay, I like the switch up with the to be continued. So something's coming soon. More is coming soon. I can smell it. I can taste it. There's going to be more. So I'm really excited about the more. I hope you're excited about it too. Samson got me I'm not going to lie, he got me riled up quite a bit. So good job. Good job. I'm pissed off. We're liking this. I will put in the description where you can find the song full version. Make sure you guys show some love, likes, comments, and subscriptions to Samson, because he's speaking for the people, man. He's totally speaking for the people. Got Gerard Kinch. I live in Prince Edward Island, Canada, and I drive a tractor trailer. Can't stand living under our dictatorship. Really thinking hard on moving to Florida. Florida's pretty awesome. I vacationed there this year. Hilariously, a year in advance, I had paid for my vacation. So as broke as I was, I already had a fully paid for vacation. So I went, and it was great. It was quite lovely. I'm just looking through here. Dean says it's a never-ending job exposing crooked, corrupt career politicians. So many out there. There's no big bag limit on rhinos. They're an endangered species. Yeah, there's a bunch of them too. And so, as I've said before, I have The Daily Show, which is at 4 p.m. tomorrow. It's a 1-hour show, and I just like go nuts going through as much of the news and current event stuff that's going on, because I gotta vomit it out to you guys. I was like, you gotta know, and I can't get it in fast enough in these videos, and I don't want to take away too much from these videos. And the era of TikTok is murdering me. Not gonna lie, I've seen some of these videos, and it's like someone says, "Hey, what's up? Subscribe, like," and then they play a whole song. They're like, "It was all right. Like and subscribe." And then that's the end of the video. 60,000 views. And I'm just like, what? What? And then the highly edited, thoroughly researched, highly, receipted edit with a long video. Not getting that kind of love, man. It's not happening. So I want to make sure that I give you guys good videos, but I also want to make sure that I respect the artist and their video as well. I don't want it to be too crazy. Off topic, at least. So I want to drop all the truth bombs and the receipts I can when relevant. But I can't force everything into everything, and that's what the Daily Show is for. Because I can have an unedited 1 hour and just power through it. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty excited. And I feel like if you look at the first one, it's like a very rough, unedited, me going through, well, they're both all unedited, but it's a very rough, just me starting, and 5 minutes in, I kind of get started and tell you what's going on, what's going to happen, whatever. And then episode 2 and 3, for anyone who is there, you can see the structure is improving. It's starting to come together, and I'm really excited about it. Really excited about it. Like, I got some new software. They didn't do everything I wanted them to do, and I'm dealing with freaking chat bots trying to get customer service, because I'm going to push this shit to the max. You know how I do. It's going to be wild and crazy. Patches says it's gelling nicely, Jeff. I appreciate that. Thank you. Torchwood Gal gifted freedom to thank membership. To Dan, you're back. Love it. Glenn says TikTok is for a 2-year-old with no attention span. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I feel like that. But then YouTube tried to take on TikTok. And so now they are promoting the whole exact thing. Like, they're trying to give people just this awful destruction of attention span. And it's working. So ever since YouTube merged with the shorts being a focal point to try and take on TikTok, for one, they don't pay that much. I'm not going to lie. Like, my best short ever was like 30-something thousand views, and it generated 14 cents for me. So I'm just like, okay, that's not my focus for a lot of reasons. It's like a funny clip or a gimmicky clip. That's just not the base I'm really going for. I'm probably going to do some more shorts, but I'll do different kinds. But I'm just saying that that's just going to be for my own benefit and my own fun, not as a focus point for the channel. Because the long form and the streams seem to be what are going to be more the calling of the channel, to get more information, to have more fun, to try and entertain, inform, and communicate with all of you guys. That's kind of more what I want to do. Gerard says I will be getting a membership soon when I can save some cash from our ridiculous taxes they take from us. I totally understand. And I will tell you, all privileges are given to all levels. So someone who's a 99-cent member, you get access to all unlimited streams forever. The best I could do was create a playlist for members only, but I wasn't going to tier it for the different subscribers or for the different members levels. I'm just going to give them the, the more advanced, honored color and size in the end tags of the videos, which when you watch the videos, if you get all the way to the end, you can see the edited in part with the memberships. But I also edited that in and then got to put it in the live stream, which is a lot harder than in an edited video. So I was really excited about that. Like super excited about that. I also made an intro screen with the storm clouds and the really cool thing. I was like, dude, this is badass. And I did that in like the last 10 minutes before the video started. Peterson says, YT is for the naive and uninformed. Just your opinion. I mean, that's fine. What's for the informed? What is that opinion? Holy crap! Christy Brown gifted 5 Freedom to Think memberships. To Kimberly Blackburn, Gerard Kinch, John Pressey, Jimmy Hampton, Inspired Square, Independent Unity Reacts. Wow. Thank you very much. That's really cool. So for all of you guys, you get that, and I will edit that tomorrow morning and give you some honors in the stream tomorrow. So that was really cool, Christy. Appreciate that. I like that they added the gifted sub thing because that was like a big Twitch streamer feature that people used all the time. But yeah, that is true. That's super cool, super generous. Hey, what's up, Gary? How are you? 5 gifted subs. Look at that. And just like that, the Freethinker Rebellion rises yet again. Like I said, they're already messing with the monetization on The Daily Show, so I have a feeling that it's going to operate on the members, the donor chat, and then eventually I'm going to get like ad slots. So if I can get the viewership up to a high enough level, and then I have subscriber base at a high enough level, people are going to start asking me to do ad slots for them. And as long as they're not like Bud Light, then, you know, I can read some ad slots. It's got to be kind of cool, though. You know, it can't be so bad. I really don't want to do like some loan company or gold. Like, I see the value in gold. Don't get me wrong. So that part is not really an issue. It's just so cliche. But coffee, I'm here for it. Underwear, if it's good underwear. Tommy John's, totally here for it. Manscaped. I've said it before. In the gorilla suit, I will do demonstrations. Perfection. So, well, we will have options, but we're probably going to have to crowdfund and self-fund and, you know, alt-tech fund the channel. But if I can get it rolling and you guys can share it around and people actually want to see this, then I will do it 3, 4, 5 days a week and just go hard. I don't care. That'd be so much fun. So I already had a stream today. I have the stream tomorrow. I got to edit these, so I'm going to take off. But I really appreciate that. Mr. Kraft, Jeff, what if Anheuser-Busch family buys back the company from European company that ruined it? I'm still not going to advertise Bud Light because I thought it was piss water before it was woke. But one of their other brands, sure, we'll talk about it. But only if they buy it back and make some like massive, specific, conservative like steps. Like I'm not talking about politically neutral. You stepped way, way over the line. You need to be like, hey, American values, conservatism, you know, like Yingling, which I prefer and which you guys should buy instead. That's what I'm talking about. Angel, I didn't see it. I'm not going to lie. We got a lot of comments that roll through here. So if you're like, did you see my last comment? That's a lot of scrolling to try and find it. If you want to, you can throw it again. Gary says Pabst Blue Ribbon. There you go. Dagnar, my son still understands Japanese from us playing tapes when he was little. Interesting. Glenn says, just remember how important a good foundation is and how little it gets the spotlight. Yeah, no, that's true. That's totally true. And it's okay. Like I said, if I don't get the spotlight, but I can create a spotlight for the right things. I want you guys to see the right things. I want you to hear the right people. I want you to feel it. You know what I mean? I want to create, be a conduit for changing the culture, for fixing this bullshit situation that we're in, for saving the world. It may not be me, but I can be a part of the solution. And that would be a goal. That would be a life-changing goal. So I want to do that, and everything you guys do helps. Every like, every comment, every share, the memberships, supporting the channel. I mean, I get to tell Keegan that I'm working in here, and it's true. When it was just a hobby, it was a lot harder to justify hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. But you guys make it so it is working, and that's amazing. So I can work on the mission, and that's really cool. So, like I said, I gotta go, but I'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m., and at least one video will drop before then, so I'll have some stuff for you guys. See ya.